Aloha, and welcome to another Candid Conversation. Today, we're joined by the inimitable John Anderson, who is loving the weather in Florida, where it finally got warm. And we're going to be talking about all things systems and business and dealers this afternoon. John, good to see you.
Nice to see you, Ron. I'm glad it finally warmed up here. How's the weather in Hawaii?
Oh, it's boring. You know, the real joy here, I don't want to take too long on this, but the real joy here is that the ocean is 76 or 77 degrees every day. I could almost care less about the air temperature, But that having been said, the stability that we have here with weather seems to have permeated the software business in our industry. In that, let me paragraph explain that. From SAP to Infor to Oracle to JD Edwards to Microsoft Dynamics to Xap to DIS or Constellation to eMphasis, CDK, eMphasis. They're all systems people. They haven't got a clue of the industry they're serving anymore. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think I think they're misguided in some cases. I think the challenge is everybody needs to get back to the roots, and by their roots, it's not unlike a preacher to his congregation. You have to know who you serve, and the challenge is, what are you going to do that's going to benefit your customers, that's going to keep you at the top of the market, that's going to keep you top of mind, that's going to keep the dealers making money, keep you making money, keep everything going in the right direction. And I'll give you an example, because I can't hold back on this. This week at AED, I'm going to say 10 months, it might be 9 months after what was arguably one of the most interesting announcements last year, and that was the merger/acquisition of CDK and eMphasis to become arguably the number one provider of systems to the heavy equipment market space. And you'll remember, I think I wrote an article, and it's been 30 days now what, and then there was 90 days now what, 6 months, no change. So I was thrilled to hear rumblings and know that something important was going to happen, and the announcement was going to coincide with Condex. Great planning by the marketing department. That's the show that if you've got something important to say, that's when to tease it, or better yet, when to release it entirely. And imagine how surprised I was when I read the press release that talked about having consulted with the greatest minds in the industry. I'm not sure they made it to you, Ron, but they tried, I'm sure, through their own leadership, through their highest, most important customers, I think is what they said. Their leverage, their customer intel and everything else, and then worked with one of the leading branding companies in the world